Hello, it's N.A.P.S 510, and I'm coming at you today looking wild because I have two products that I want to show you. One is my 100% African Gentle Facial Scrub that I use daily. A lot of people want to know how I keep my skin so youthful looking and clear. And I make my own scrub, which contains palm and black and brown soaps, honey, chamomile, calendula, lavender, walnut, almond, rose hips, and shea butter. And second, someone asked me to show you how to do a comb out. And since I'm on the last leg, or should I say, the last leg is gone on my not so ragged linen twists, which I've worn for a week. Yesterday was Wednesday, and they were pretty much gone. I did get one more day out of them yesterday, but they were really practically gone and ready to comb out. But last night I didn't sleep with my satin bonnet to give my hair some air, and I wanted to show you guys just how really natty your hair can be when you use my No-Poo Post-Poo conditioner for comb out. It contains a lot of good things, including aloe vera, which is my favorite product, honey also, shea oil, and milk. A little cornstarch, of course, and some citric acid and coconut, which are very beneficial, and they will penetrate well because of the aloe vera, which is a conduit for anything good. So I wanted to show you my label for my facial scrub. Hope you can see that really well. And I'm going to show you how I do that. And I want to show you my label for my No-Poo Post-Poo, my N.A.P.S Concept product that I use in the salon on everybody, no matter what texture hair they have. If they come in with tangled hair, the first thing I hear a lot of clients say when they've come to me for the first time, which I get quite a few new clients, and the first thing they say is they comb out. I usually ask them, how much hair do you comb out? They usually have a palm full, and I ask them, when you hold it together, does it puff back up? And usually it's a yes. That's quite a bit of hair for a comb out. You should only be losing, I will say, about 80 strands each time you comb it out. You know, up to 80 strands. If you're losing more than that, there's something going on with your comb out. That's not quite good. So, as far as the facial scrub, what I do is I start out by wetting my face with warm water. And I get my water as warm as I can stand it on my hands. I wet my face really good. Especially, I have oily area right in the front. On the top, my forehead, my nose sometimes, but it's not that oily. I use a very little amount, like not even the size of a dime. I use the amount of a pea size amount, and a little small pea at that. And I take it between my hands that have been wet with the warm water, and I make a lather. And I scrub my face really well. And the lavender buds are my exfoliant, and it's really a gentle daily scrub. Scrub my forehead really good. And because it has the black and the brown and the palm soaps in it, what winds up happening is my skin really stays balanced. After that, I wet my hands one more time with the warm water, heat it up, Scrub it one more good time. Don't be afraid to scrub your lips too. They need exfoliant. Everything's natural. It won't hurt you. And then my rinse, I do it with cold water. Whew. That's refreshing. One thing I do, every time I wash my face, I use a white towel. I never use anything other than a white towel on my face. For one thing, you can see any grime or dirt that comes off. And another thing, you're avoiding the colors that come from any other colored towel. Be gentle around your eyes. Everything else, you could do a nice firm dry, or you can just pat dry to avoid wrinkles. And pretty much you're done. Now, if I do anything else, I'll use a vitamin E capsule. And what I'll usually do with that, if my skin feels dry, is I'll take a capsule and I'll just bite a little tip off, squeeze it into my hand, and then I will rub it together and pat it over my face. Other than that, I usually just spritz my skin or spritz my hand and I pat it over my face, fresh aloe vera water. And that does a trick for me. It keeps my face balanced, my skin balanced each and every day, and that's what gives me my youthful look. That's one of my beauty secrets. I actually made this facial scrub last year for my birthday when my daughter asked me to make something that was one step where you didn't have to use any moisturizer after. And my daughter, she also uses it on her skin. She's much younger than I am. And she likes it. And she does the same. She follows the same regimen. So right now, I'm going to show you a good look of how tangled my hair is. One thing you can see, I can't really pull through any further than that because it's pretty matted. This part I can go through. But if you can pull your fingers through your hair and you can't go any further than that, it's time to stop. And the back, my back, it really, really shrinks. So that's after 1 week. And when I do a twist out, my hair becomes nubby each day, a little more nubbier, especially after I perspire. So what I do is I take my cream conditioner and I squeeze it in my hair, starting in the back, since that is my most tangled area. So what you'll do is you'll put it in the back or the sides or the top, wherever you have the most matted hair, tangled hair, the hair that needs the most attention, that's where you'll start. Squeeze it on there well enough so that your hair is pretty much saturated. Now, since this is a pre-poo, also can be used as a post-poo, but it's a no-poo, what you can do, if you don't have a lot of product on your hair, build up oil or anything like that, which mine isn't really right now, what you can do is slather it through really well. Massage it in. Smooth it. And as you can see, it's already started to loosen it up. That was really tight back there. It works fast. It does the job. And it's all natural. And I'm going to do the top and show you the same thing. So, slather it on. Really well. And as you can see, as you work it, your fingers are your first original comb and brush, ladies and gentlemen. So there's only a little bit. Right here I have not even a teaspoon of hair so far. Make sure that you get it saturated. As you can see, I hardly even put it on the sides, and already it's loosened up. The top, I can run my fingers through it with ease. It softens it up. What happens is the aloe vera acts as a conduit for everything else that softens my hair. My hair begins to absorb it. Coconut is very absorbent anyway, but all the other good stuff in there helps. And it's penetrating my hair and it softens it up, including the milk. So here together, I have about a teaspoon of hair that I lost. And that's not combing it for a whole week. So regardless if you don't comb your hair for a week or a month, what should happen is you shouldn't be combing out any more than, say, about 80 strands. Now, what happens each time you comb your hair, you lose about 80 strands. So if you comb your hair, twice a day, that's 160. So, yeah, you could lose up to 100 or more a day if you comb your hair a lot or brush it. Even when you're brushing it or combing it, now here together, I have probably about a teaspoon of hair total. What I do in the salon is I section my clients small sections at a time and show them that they don't have to comb out all their hair when they do a comb out. I use my favorite wide tooth comb and I comb it out a section at a time. And the main thing I think that gets people tied up is that they rush through their hair. Well, one good thing about this conditioner is that it starts to work immediately as soon as you put it on. So it won't take you but about 3 or 4 minutes. And I'm really sorry that this video is going to be short because my comb out isn't going to take that long. And if you have any tangles, any knots or anything, remove them with your fingers, not your comb or your brush. And then if you reach a snag, don't pull it. Your hair will be resistant. If you comb your hair in a fast manner, if you pull on your hair, it's going to snap back. Our hair is curly, it's wavy, it's kinky, and it gets snarly. And so it doesn't like to be pulled on, and it'll let you know. And when you pull on it and it snags and it pulls your hair out, that's why. Because it likes to be treated gently. And that's the truth. So as you can see, even the back, I started there first, applying my conditioner. So I'm combing that out last because it gave the conditioner a little bit more time to operate, penetrate, emulsify. And it's working. And then